there is a new report that claims that Josh D'Amaro is the front runner for the next Disney CEO position.
Yes. This was according to the Wall Street Journal.
Yes.
Right. Dana Walden is also a contender, but I believe that D'Amaro is just ahead of her. Either way, Disney is highly expected to promote within the company, not an outside hire. We have seen Josh D'Amaro pop up in certain conferences, certain events where you might see the CEO.
Yes.
In the past. So it doesn't surprise me that he's a front runner. And we kind of joked back and forth over the years that there goes our next CEO, Josh D'Amaro. So it makes sense. Like he presents himself well. He would be a good face of the company. There's some park stuff that over the years that we have been questioning, like, okay, we don't know if that's good or not or whatever. But he seems to be the type of CEO that they are looking for?
Well,
based on what he's been doing.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have indicated they're going internally.
Yeah.
I've often questioned if they have approached people from the outside that aren't interested for whatever reason. D'Amaro has been the front runner for basically a year now.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, he's been acting like the CEO, and he does. Like if you're talking about the strengths and weaknesses. And really, they even talked about in that Wall Street Journal article, Jimmy Pittario and Alan Bergman have also been in the running, but essentially, neither one of them they're basically just saying, like, we're not going to get it. So basically, it's down to Walden and D'Amaro. I think basically, when you look at this, Disney parks make the most money for the company by far. TV, streaming, all that stuff, and movies have been, I guess, to be gracious, you could just say they're very up and down. Has not been consistent. Linear television has been depreciating, and the parks is just continuing to grow. And so I think when you look at it from that standpoint alone, before you get to anything else, what is a bigger risk? Josh D'Amaro running the company, obviously the parks being a bigger part of that, not having a lot of experience when it comes to the TV side, versus versus Dana Walden, who has no parks experience. Now, she knows the movie and TV side, but her stepping into that role with the parks as big as they are, I think is a much bigger risk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially with more competition stepping in. And really, like you were saying, he's been acting as if the CEO, there was another article 6 months ago that was talking about both Walden and D'Amaro gave a presentation about their vision for the company, and basically everybody at the place was like, D'Amaro like won over everybody.
Yeah.
He's very charismatic. I've talked to him. He's one of these guys that when he talks to you, you feel like you're the only person he's talking to. Like he genuinely acts like he cares. Now,
you're like the only one in the room.
Yes, and I don't know if he does. I'm guessing he probably did not, but he gave off the impression, I really care what you have to think. And he has that way. He's very polished. He's very much maneuvers like a politician.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I think the thing that is, and there's a lot more reasons you can go into. He's head of the video game side with Epic Games, and that's going to be a major thing. They're going to try and do more with video games. So obviously he has a big head start, I suppose, in that direction of things. But I think one of the things that is Josh D'Amaro's strength, where Disney currently lies, is I have absolutely no clue where his politics lie.
Yeah.
I think that is an absolute plus for somebody to step in here that is deemed apolitical. I'm sure he has his political leanings. I have never found anything where he talks about them. And Dana Walden does have she's best friends with Kamala Harris. That would be looked at as very political in this climate versus, and I think just D'Amaro, if you're looking for Disney to get out a lot of the things, and even Bob Iger has said they want to get out a lot of this culture war stuff, D'Amaro is a very good candidate as a fresh start in that way.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, if he is, then that's great. I wonder, they're going to announce it sometime soon, right? Like
they said early 2026.
Okay, there you go.
So this article to me, and they even talked about how James Gorman is heading up the selection process this go around and not Bob Iger, because obviously the last time didn't go very well. Yeah. That they are already in the midst of securing high-level employees that are not going to become CEOs to keep them on, maybe give them raises or increased responsibilities like promotions so that whoever is named CEO doesn't leave.
Yeah.
So that James Gorman did this whenever he led the selection process for Morgan Stanley. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one reason why they chose him. And I think when you look at some of the things that even D'Amaro said. He had a quote talking about, right now, my focus is increasing the experiences division. But that right now part is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. And I think everything that they're saying in this article and previous articles, that it's D'Amaro's at this point. I'm like 98% sure it's going to be him. Yeah. I think there's a slight chance that somebody from outside the company, and I think that would be Tom Staggs and Kevin Mayer, who run Candle Media. They have been consulting with Iger. I've always felt if you're going to go a dual CEO setup, which I actually think would be great for Disney if it's the right setup, they currently have that setup over there. They could be a dark horse candidate that could still be named it, but that would require Disney to buy Candle Media and kind of absorb them. So I don't know where that stands. But I think as it stands now, it is more than likely going to be D'Amaro.
Okay.
And really, there's question marks about whoever would get it. My biggest question has been about the parks, because I would say from a guest standpoint, I don't think the park changes have been great. Mm-hmm. But from a business standpoint, they made more money. But it's hard to know how much of those park changes have been D'Amaro himself, or how much of that has been the C-suite having more of their hands on that division, given it makes the most money now, and trying to basically milk all they can out of it.
Yeah.
I suppose if D'Amaro takes over, we will find out. And then in the article too, they talked about how whoever is going to be named CEO, they're going to be working alongside Iger for a period of time, which I don't think is a great thing. Because then your worry is whoever takes over, are they going to do their own thing? Or are they going to basically just keep the status quo of what Bob Iger has wanted?
Right.
Because he's also going to be around for a couple more years. Like in some sort of like mentorship role.
Just hiding in the shadows.
Well, and if you look at how he did under Chapek, he was chairman of the board. He was constantly undermining Chapek to the point where he stepped back in. So personally speaking, I think a lot of people on this bandwagon, I know a lot of people are excited about Iger coming back. I was not one of them. I was like, he's not going to change anything. And he really didn't. The only thing he really did was get rid of the hotel parking fees. That was kind of it. Everything else he kept, because these are all things Iger wanted. So my opinion would be whoever gets named CEO, Iger just needs to go. Like he needs to just get out of the picture, let whoever is going to run the show, have their own vision and what they want to do. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to linger around, and then there's just going to be this period of time where who's really the CEO. Like I think it's going to be many similarities between what happened under Chapek. But hopefully not the same outcome. But
that'll be crazy. It'll be weird to have a new CEO. You know, Iger's been around for a long time.
He's been there since 2005.
Yeah,
except for those 2 years where Chapek was in charge. But,
right.
Yeah. So I mean, I think D'Amaro, if he is I think a lot of it makes sense that he would be the position. He has the looks, the charisma, all the face of the company. He has all those things Chapek never had. Chapek was bad with people. He was bad in front of a camera. D'Amaro is good in those situations. The real questions are, does he have the acumen to run Disney? And I suppose we will find out. But I think potentially he could do well.
He could.
Potentially.
He could do well.
He could set a fresh start, have a vision. Mm-hmm. The employees love him. I do know that much. And people that talk inside of Disney have said for a year now, oh, it's going to be Josh. Mm-hmm. Like they've all been saying the same thing. So I don't know how much of this is really a competition between him and Walden. But if it is Josh, hopefully make some good changes, but we'll see. But would you be happy if it's D'Amaro? Would you look for somebody outside the company?
Sure. I kind of, functioned that he would, along the lines that he would actually become it. So I'm expecting it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I still think somebody outside the company would be best, but I think of the internal candidates, I do think D'Amaro is probably the best choice.
Yeah.
Of where it's at. So, but that's where that currently stands. But they should name it early in 2026 is what they're saying. I think this article in the Wall Street Journal is basically I guess you would say from a PR standpoint, it's sort of like, this is probably who this is going to be.
Yeah.
Like getting everybody prepped for it, getting investors. More than likely in the Wall Street Journal, it's also to prep investors that this is likely what's happening, see how the reaction is to it. Disney kind of does this.
They do.
They put stuff out there to kind of what's the reaction to it. You've even seen it in park stuff too.
Yeah.
So I think this is yet another one to see, knowing that this is more than likely heading to D'Amaro, how do the investors react to it, all that stuff.